No, this is not the end. I mean, at the beginning when I woke up in the hospital, it was easy to give up because I had like metals here and all kinds of stuff coming out of my body. I had no legs. I was like, man, this is it. But it's not. It cannot be. As long as you're alive, you have a chance. And that's the whole idea. Um, Thank God for the time that we are with the technology. Helps a lot, but a lot of I think the most important help is the people around you. The people in the community, the support that people that reach out and help. That keeps you going. That gives you the motivation to keep you going.
So tell us a little bit about that. You've had support from law enforcement family, your family, the community who sees you like family.
Well, yeah, I couldn't believe the amount of people that were in the hospital when I woke up and they were telling me, the prayers, all these people praying at the hospital together. That must have been beautiful. I would have liked to watch. I'm like, hey, come in here, but I couldn't. But that was nice to know that all these people that you work with, they admire you and they support you. You can't give up. Like, hey, they're not giving up. I'm not gonna give up. So that was nice to know.
Now, people always describe law enforcement like a family, like this bond. Can you describe that? Because I'm sure someone who hasn't experienced it just probably won't ever know.
There is this relentless willingness from them to not give up. They don't want to see you go down. So they have organized all kind of events, and they just won't see you go down. They'll be there with you. I just can't describe it. The support they're giving me. We're not talking about money because the most important thing is a phone call, coming to see you, or hanging out with you. Like, hey, come over, or let's do this and that. That keeps you going, and it's been a lot of them. Just last week they have a FOP meeting. They invited me over. Hey, come on. They told everybody we're trying to help them. We're gonna do this. We're gonna do that. So we have an event coming up on May 19th at Sunset Place, which is gonna be nice. It's gonna be a family event. I think from 12 to 4 p.m. So they keep coming up with things. Just when you think, okay, it's gonna be over. No, no, it's not over. We're here for you. And that's nice to know. That's nice to know because the family has a lot of load right now. Just in the house when I got here, yeah, I couldn't be so independent, and it's difficult. But I think as human beings, we're supposed to change and adapt, and you just have to do it. Otherwise, you'll be out of the game, and I'm not gonna be out of the game. I'm gonna be back at work. I'm gonna work like every other police officer, and I'm gonna keep serving my community. I've been doing that for 13 years, and I'm not about to give up. So, in part, or mainly, thanks to all the people around me, thanks to the department, friends, the family. You could see the ramps here in the house. It's my sister's house. They got everything together just for me. When I came out of the hospital, I was already done. They set me up here in their house. So there's been a lot of changes, adapting. I don't know if you see those skateboards over there. Those are mine. I'm gonna ride them again. I can't give up.
Your determination is incredible, and I think, first of all, it takes a special person to be able to be in law enforcement to begin with, right?
You gotta be a little crazy.
Maybe a little bit. And to say, I'm going back because of my community. I mean, there is something bigger that drives you.
For sure. I don't think I don't think most of the people become a police officer for the money, you know. And once you're in there, you get to know all these people that become your family. This is who you live with most of your life for 20, 30 years. So a lot of it is what it's about. And then you get to meet so many people in the community. I have people that I got to know, business owners and just friends in that community, that area that I used to work, that still, up to today's day, they come over. Jerry, he's become a great friend of mine. He's the owner of the Presidente Check Cashing, now Florida Check Cashing. And he did not miss one day going to the hospital. He was there every day. So I would like wait for him, like, is he coming? He will come every day. It was incredible.
I mean, what's that like? Your job is to serve other people, to help other people when they may need it. And now you're in the position of being helped. What is that like?
Well, to start, and I can remember the day of the accident, I think it helps you and it trains you in case a moment comes. You know, some police officers get shot, get into accidents. You know, we have a lot of motormen all over the world. You know, they get into accidents, unfortunately, and it gets you ready for that moment in a way. I remember going to an accident where this old lady was sitting at the bus bench, and so a car came over and just, you know, kind of took her leg, and I was making a right in that moment. I got a shirt that I had in my in the trunk, and I put a tourniquet, and I felt like I was calm. So the day of the accident, I remember seeing myself on the floor, and be like, okay, just stay calm, because, you know, there's not a lot you could do. I try to lay in a way that my feet were higher, you know, on the side of the road, so I wouldn't bleed out that much. So those are things, little things that you think about in that moment. So yeah, throughout the years, throughout the training that we get, I guess you get ready, you know, in case something like that happens. You just, you know, while you're serving the community, you're training yourself in a way in case something happens at the same time. Which is good, because in a way it's good, because when someone needs help, like that officer that came to help me, he was calm and collected. He was on the spot. He came over, he, you know, put a knee, put a tourniquet, put the other tourniquet. He was on it, you know, and I couldn't be more appreciative of that. So, yeah.
Even you said somebody who's not an officer.
Well, in that moment, you know, that officer put a tourniquet, put the second tourniquet, but I kept bleeding from the left leg, which was the one that had gotten the more trauma. And we're 13 miles away from A Street in Chrome, and this gentleman, he sees the smoke, and he gets in his car, and he drives 13 miles to the accident scene. He had been taking training, life-saving, how to use a tourniquet, and he had a tourniquet in the car. So he brought over the tourniquet and put it in the other leg. So that helped the bleeding, that helped stop the bleeding a little more, or probably way more. And that probably saved my life. That is incredible, you know. I met him. I met him later on in the hospital. He went to visit with his girlfriend, and so we're supposed to go have a beer as soon as I can. And we're gonna do that. Hopefully, I could buy him a couple.
At least, right?
At least a couple. That's the least I could do. But those are miracles, and you gotta appreciate the people when they come through for you. I guess in a way, a lot of us see the police sometimes as like hard people or stuff, but we're humans like everybody else. We have families, we have kids, like everybody else, and sometimes we also need help.
Talking about family, tell us about wife, kids, just helping and adapting to a new normal, just a different way.
Yeah, my wife has been great. A moment in the hospital when you can't do anything on your own is difficult, and she was there. She did a great job. I was always getting better in the hospital. A lot of it thanks to her. I never went back. I never got any disease or sickness or none of that. I was always getting better. She's been great here at home too. And I have 2 daughters, Nicole and Sophia, 16 and 11. And it's been hard for them. I think especially the older one, because we used to run and compete. She plays soccer, and she always wanted to beat me running. And she hadn't been yet, so she was kind of like, hey, I wanted to beat you fair and square, not like this. I said, you get a chance. I'm not gonna let you go, be there faster, just this easy. We'll compete again. So it hasn't been easy for them, I bet, but we're working through it. We try to spend as much time together as we can. So I think it's getting better.
Now, obviously you're at home now. You're out of the hospital.
I also gotta mention, because it's, my mom, my aunt, they was always making me great foods that I needed to get my health up and running at the hospital. So, always making that a special meal. That takes a lot. It was every day. Home cooking all the time, going to the hospital. It was a lot for them too. But we had a lot of family doing that as well. We had a lot of family bringing food because there was a lot of people there. So they were feeding everybody else in the waiting area, and that helped a lot. Knowing that you have all these people there for you helped a lot.
Cooking for everybody, what a mom thing.
Yeah.
It's like in the job description, right? Everyone needs to eat. Kind of touching on that, you said you have people that were lining up to come and see you and help you. We all kind of go through life and we do our part, and you say, I hope I did something good. I hope I made a positive impact. Did that kind of make you realize, wow, I impacted so many more people than I thought I did?
For sure. And there was also people that are still impacting my life that I met after the fact. And, people that have been in the same situation, and you don't, I guess when you're not living that life, when you're not going through it, you're not really thinking about that. But there's a lot of people going through this that have been amputees, whether it's in the military or here at home, accidents. So, you meet all these people, and it gives you strength to keep going, because they can do it. Yeah, I could do it too, for sure. And it goes back to that spirit of not giving up. You can. There's more life after this. And today we're talking on the wheelchair, but maybe in a month or two, we could be standing. And all these people that I've met, they could do it. So they have given me a lot of inspiration and the willpower to keep going. So we just had a gentleman come over a couple of weeks ago, and he showed us, hey, life goes on. Look, I could dance, I could do all these things, so why not? Things happen, sometimes you don't really know why. Maybe it's a purpose. I know God didn't do this so I could skip the line at Disney World or have like bulletproof legs, but you know, uh, maybe there's something more to me. We'll see.
I think so. I mean, Disney, that's not bad either.
That's not a bad idea. You know, get to park a little closer to places.
I think, you know, what you're talking about is whatever happens to you in life, you have a choice. You can say, I can choose to do this or I can do that. I can choose to let it define me or I can choose to overcome it. And I think, again, that applies to everybody in some form or fashion, whether it's physically, mentally, maybe a sickness or whatever somebody may be going through. Kind of talking about that resiliency and making a choice to say, you know what? I'm not going to let this define me. I'm going to keep pushing forward and I'm going to do the best I can with what I got.
For sure. It is. I think the most difficult part is accepting what happened. I think everybody has to go through that period of time. And, you know, if you gotta cry or you gotta scream, you know, go ahead and do it because you're gonna need to, you know. But sooner or later, you're gonna have to accept it if you wanna move on. And once you're over that, that's when things start getting better, you know. You're gonna feel more positive. You're gonna be able to just go on, do the things you got to do in your life. I think it's important at least for me, it's important to be around other people. You know, go out, do activities. I like playing chess, and it keeps your mind really busy.
So.
Oh, yeah, you gotta think a lot. So I'm not thinking about this, you know.
That's true.
Yeah. There's been days that I'm so busy I don't even take medicine for pain, you know. So the mind is a great engine, and you gotta find a way to use it for your advantage. Otherwise, it could take you down, you know. So
tell us what your days look like now. I mean, I imagine there's physical therapy involved and continued recovery efforts. What
yeah, I do a lot of therapy. I go see a doctor. Just last week, I had to have a little carpal tunnel. It didn't come out right in the hospital, so we had to fix it again. So yeah, a lot of it is that therapy. My nephew likes to play a lot of video games, so I gotta help him, you know. It keeps me busy. We take walks around the blocks, and just you know, getting used to it, getting used to this, and staying positive for the future, picturing things happening in the future. I think that helps a lot. You know, I picture a lot, like trying the legs and walking. How am I gonna stand? How am I gonna feel? How soon I'm gonna start running? So I try to picture these things and stay positive. You know, stay busy with positive thoughts. That's mainly my days.
So you're talking about the prosthetics eventually. What do we know, a timeline potentially of how soon we could be moving toward that, or
well,
just day by day at this point?
Just Thursday, the doctor said that I could try them already. So you know, you start little by little. You can't just be on it the whole day. You got to put some weight on it and get off of them. So, but sooner or later, you know, now we're just waiting for the insurance to approve them or not. Unfortunately, as far as I know, there's only one that is waterproof. And at work, you know, we have the river, we have Key Biscayne. I don't think it's fair, you know, to have to think about, oh, if I get in the water to save someone, I'm gonna lose my leg. So we're trying to get the best one that we can. You know, it's more important to save someone than replace a leg, you know. But so we're just waiting on the insurance.
I just want to point out that you're talking about getting prosthetics and your main
Oh, I
concern
keep
is-
saying legs,
Oh,
right?
I'm sorry. Forgive me. Legs.
Yeah, no,
And,
prosthetics is
um,
prosthetics.
But your main concern is that they're waterproof because you might have to save somebody in the water?
Yeah, of course. You know, we got the Miami River or through some of the areas that we work, and Key Biscayne. So yeah, that's you know, that's the first thing that comes to mind. Hey, I might have to get in there. I don't want to get shocked or any other stuff. You know, just you know, let me have the good stuff. You know, I mean, they made that leg, I think, especially for the people that go back to war, because they got to go through all of that, all those terrains, and it's the least that they could have. You know, the best that they have available. That's the least that they deserve. So I don't want to hold back while I'm serving the community. I don't want to do that. That would be. I don't think I'll be able to live with myself if I gotta stand there and think that something might happen to me because I can't go and help someone else. I don't know. It just doesn't make a lot of sense.
I just want to say I've been doing this a long time, and that's probably one of the greatest things, most selfless things I've ever heard. So, wow, that's exactly what we're talking about. I mean, do you know of other officers who have been through this and gone back to work? And I mean, have you been able to maybe not, I don't know, meet anybody, but do you know someone that you're looking to emulate, who's an example that you've seen?
I'm in the process of meeting an officer from Miami-Dade County. He was also in a motorcycle accident. We texted a few times, but we haven't been able to meet. You know, at the beginning now, I've been going to a lot of doctor's appointments and stuff like that. So, but yeah, I also follow. You know, the friends from work have shown me other offices in other states. So now we're trying to follow them on Instagram and getting to meet. You know, at least on over the phone or video or whatever. Because everybody has a story, you know, and everybody has a way of going through it. And if you can learn from each and every one of them, that's only going to help you. And it's going to inspire you. And so I'm looking forward to that.
You're not a very content being at a desk type of person, are you?
Oh, I no.
I very much get that impression.
No, working the front desk was a requirement for us. You know, everybody had to rotate, but that was the day you go like, no, I want to go. But yeah, I like to be out there, and I guess in a way I always, you know, picture if I'm out there, I have more chance, you know, more chance of getting to someone that needs help. If you need help, you're not gonna immediate help. You're not gonna walk to the station or drive. You know, you need help at the moment. So you're out there looking for that. Yeah.
Something I did want to ask, and I don't know if this is too personal. We don't have to go there, but just kind of maybe when you first knew that you had lost your legs, is that something that you would feel comfortable speaking about?
Well, when I woke up in the hospital, it was a big shock because in the accident scene, I didn't realize I had lost so much. I saw my feet just there with the shoe by the ankle, so I said, oh, you know, maybe there's something that could be done. But when I woke up, I was in bad shape. You know, I was like this, without my legs. I had all kinds of metals in my waist and stuff coming out of my chest. All those IVs and all this, you know, this big surgeries. I'm like, oh my God, you know what happened? I don't remember being that bad. I have pictures of the scene. I felt like I was good. I had no pain. I was calm. So it was a big shock, and it gets you down, you know. So that's the low point, you know. And that's when the people around you get you going again. You know, that's when the friends and family, the people that have been through it, and they showed you, hey, you can still go on. I remember an officer that went over to the hospital and he had been in an accident with a family, with a wife, in a motorcycle. They went over the road, they fell down, they were in a mountain. And he was there, he was like, look at me, you could go on. So little by little, all these things, they help you go on in life.
Now, is that a message that you want to send to other people?
For sure. There is no giving up. You have to set your mind. You have to be stronger than what you're going through. Because unfortunately, there's always someone worse than you. And you're alive. You have a chance. You never know what could be invented tomorrow or whatnot. You never know. But if you're not there to live it, you won't have a chance. It's like the people that don't play the lotto. Oh, I'm not gonna win that. Well, you're not gonna win it if you don't play. Well, so if you're not alive, you have no chance. So think about that. Let that play in your head, and you're alive. There's a chance. That's it. It's that simple.
Is there anything that I have not asked you or touched on that you really wanted to make sure that you said?
I think most important, I wanna thank the people that have come out to help, and not only the officers, not only the family, people from the community. I mean, nobody has to do that, but it's nice to see when people come out for you. Maybe we take it a little more personal because we feel like we come out every day for others. So it's nice to see that, It's especially nice to see that. You can't thank people enough for the support. There's just no way of doing that. I hope I could say thank you when they see me standing, when they see me working again. I hope that will be the thank you that I could give, So.
Thank you.
You're welcome.